Ồ, công nho rất
Rồi.
là kiên trì nhá.
Chào
Ngon
mừng
lắm.
cả nhà đến với vòng đua lần thứ 3 của buổi sáng ngày hôm nay. Chúng ta đã có 2, 4, 6, 8, 9
Chín.
tay đua kiệt xuất ha. Đã đứng vào vạch xuất phát của lesson
Chụp hình không cả
2.
nhà?
The structure of human being.
À, chụp
Okay,
rồi, chụp
repeat
rồi.
after me. I'm on track. I'm ready. Say.
I'm
on track.
Ready.
I'm ready. Let's
One,
go.
2, 3.
Let's go.
The structure
Let's
of
see.
See the
human
structure of the
being.
Let's
being.
choose
In black and white, the structure of
Human
human being
being.
is
In
only
its
one concept. The importance of knowledge about the human
knowledge
structure.
about the
The
human
knowledge regarding the human structure is
Human
considered one of the three
the
main
human
frames of
structure is
reference in
considered
life.
one of
If knowledge explains the root to origin of life from a religious
knowledge explains
perspective,
the
is a
root
type of
origin of
understanding
life.
that helps
religion
people open and
It is
awaken their wisdom
but
intellect
it
and open to go into the
understanding
view
to
of human
open up
life and explaining all the
wisdom
questions inherent in
of
life.
life.
The significance of
And
realizing the
therefore,
human
if
structure
you lying and
and
explain
awareness
the
of the
whole
human structure is
thing,
gained, you will
significant of the all
Realizing the
of
human
that
nature
structure
sự
when
chân thật với chính
arising
mình,
human
fostering the reception
when
of the true nature
awareness
within
of the true
themselves,
again,
understand the
you
16 human
understand
natures, greed,
how it
desire,
brings
and thought conception
true
are the focal
nature
points trọng điểm of the human nature, represent the human ego, cái tôi. Understanding the emptiness of the nature of the
great
human being, tánh không của nội
one
tâm.
Understanding.
Understand the three forms of virtue merit,
poignant
ba
with
khói, mercy and blessing.
understanding infinite nature of the
Understand total karma, tổng nghiệp, knowledge karma, connection karma, and
great
result
karma of
karma.
the
Understand and grasp matter, space, and time. Understand that the inner awareness
source
reception
karma
nội tâm determines the electromagnetic vibration state of the inner man. The inner being, trạng thái động lượng từ nội tâm, which subsequently determines the energy. Vibration frequency, tần số rung động năng lượng.
and
Finally, determines the experience of the view of human life. Em sinh quan, worldview, thế giới quan and cosmos, vũ trụ quan. Change the cause in the past, alter the effect. The present and simulate a good effect result for the future. Introduction to the human structure. Our current life is the result created by the cause in the past. Our present is the cause of life in the future. Changing the present means changing the cause that will create the effect result for the future. If we want a desired future, we must change the cause in the present. Only when a person knows where the root of their life originates can they change the cause and thus change the effect result. Three perspectives: principle, doctrine, religion, belief, tôn giáo, tín ngưỡng, and science, khoa học, along with the three frames of reference, the triangle, the human structure, and the formula for the root of life. We can fully understand where the root of human life originates, including what causes combine to create the effects results. From this understanding, people will know how to create good cause and explore connections to reap the effects results in life. The human structure is one of these three important frames of reference. This frame of reference is viewed from the perspective of religion, belief utilizing the knowledge of Buddhism to extend the human structure and thereby find the root, origin, or cause of human life according to this view. The true nature, chân thật. What is true nature? The true nature is what which does not change or cause basing. Anything that changes is no longer true nature. In our daily lives, everything is not the true nature because it changes over time, such as health, scars, emotions, love, or even the human body. We changes every day. If we cling to these changing things, we can never achieve peace and joy. Seeing something that is real and exists is true, but it's not the true nature. According to the story, the demons conspire to hide the true nature deep inside humanity,
human body with
believing that the most dangerous place is the safest place. As a result, people no longer cling to the true nature within themselves, but mainly cling to an external thing, so they cannot achieve peace and joy. Only those with greatness đại nhân duyên can find the true nature within themselves. If we find the true nature within ourselves, we approach peace and joy. Knowing that human structure is crucial and highly valuable knowledge for humanity, understanding the human structure means understanding oneself and find the true nature
understanding
in oneself to attain true peace and joy. Since the human
Through
structure
the
is
lens
viewed
of
through the lens of religion and belief, we borrow knowledge from Buddhism to explain it. The components of the human structure. The human structure has four parts. These parts are
the
categorized by
structure
different
has four faculties
terminologies in folk science and Buddhism. In terms of the structure of the human self, there is the terminology of the great
by
combinations. Actually, the four
science
great
and Buddhism.
combinations are said to create the body.
The
However,
structure of human has
intrinsically,
of
the five
technology
great combinations
is
create the
the
body consist of earth,
combination
water, air, fire, and
its
electromagnetism.
combination
When
are said to
considering the whole
create the body.
body,
However,
there are also the heart, mind, natures, and
intrinsically the
emotions.
five
Thus, the
great
body is formed by
combination
8
create
elements:
the
heart,
body
mind, natures,
consists of
emotions, earth, water, air,
earth,
fire, and
water, air,
electromagnetism.
fire, and
Referred to as the
electromagnetism.
great combinations. To correctly
The whole
find the human
person there
structure, it
was
should be the
also the
9
heart,
great
mind,
combination.
natures,
This
and
is
emotions. So the
speaking
body is
of the heart,
by
mind, the
8 elements.
electromagnetism of life must be included, meaning electromagnetism is divided in two forms: electromagnetism of light and yin yang electromagnetism. Following the 9 great combinations, when referring to the body without the heart, mind, natures, and emotion, is the great 5 combinations: earth, water, air, fire, and electromagnetism. We now find the terminology. The human structure is consistently defined as the human structure consists of 1, the true nature; 2, the 16 human natures; 3, the layer of nature,
Is divided
the
into
layer of
two
emotion;
forms.
4, the layer of
The
four elements body.
electromagnetism of life
Specifically,
and yin
the
and
true
yang
nature includes the intention to
totally
see,
the
itai, the
negative
intention hear, yin yang,
combined
the
when
intention to see,
referring to
know,
the
the
body
intention to
of
be
organ, mind,
surrounded
nature,
by
and emotion is defined
the
combination of
electromagnetism
water,
of
air,
light.
fire, and
The 16 human
bodies
natures
uses
consist of
ability
reception, thought, conception, action, internal processing,
human
consciousness, will, talent, beauty, form, faith, fleeting, sleep, rest, greed, desire, anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and inherent attachment. This layer is surrounded by yin yang electromagnetism. The layer of mention consists of 84,000 illusory bubbles, also known as emotions. The layer of 4 elements body consists of earth, nutrition, yin yang, water, air, and fire, warmth. This layer is also surrounded by yin yang electromagnetism. The human structure also contains the 3 forms of virtue: merit, blessing, sin, and total karma, knowledge karma, and connection karma, and result karma. According to common folk, the inner structure of a
ignorance,
person, the inner being or
delusion,
nartam, includes the mind's natures and emotions,
doubt,
which
evil,
manifest outwardly as the body. We often refer to this as the
this
nature and
is
emotion and
surrounded by
thought
yin and electromagnetism.
embody. Understanding oneself requires understand their heart, mind, natures, emotions,
Here,
and body
emotion
fully.
consists
When we understand our
of
inner
sensitivity,
being,
concept,
we can attain
illusory,
peace and joy. Everyone in life
also
seeks
known
peace
as
and joy and
emotion
is
layer of
initiated
four.
when a person
Human
finds the true
body
nature
consists
within
of
themselves.
earth, nutrition,
3.2
water,
Definition of the 16 human natures have big terms. In the human structure, the layer of 16 human natures uses Sino-Vietnamese terminology. The meanings closest to the human structure and text are: 1, reception, receiving, taking in; 2, thoughts, conception, remembering, imagining, planning, forecasting; 3, action, internal processing,
according
exporting,
to the common
subtracting out; 4, consciousness, understanding, knowledge; 5, wealth, talent, money, wealth, talent, ability; 6, beauty, form, physical body; 7, tongue, appearance, form; saptung, fame, reputation, fame; tu, eating; sleep, rest, sleeping, resting; desire, wants; anger, wrath, anger;
possesses human natures,
ignorance,
being
delusion,
aware of
stupidity;
human natures.
arrogance, pride; arrogance, haughtiness; suspicion, doubt; ego, cruelty, wickedness; appearance, attachment; fixed view; two, focal point, amplitude and level of human natures; 3, desire and thought conception of focal points of human nature; greed, desire and thought conception regard wealth, talent, beauty, form, fame, food, eating, and sleep, rest determine the degree and level of anger, ignorance,
Children
delusion.
learn while
They
sharing
also
information
determine
and
what is
faith,
received in
otherwise
reception, how it
determine the
is
outcomes of
processed, action,
Focal point,
internal,
amplitude, and level of
assessing,
stimulation
and what
in
is recognized
eye and
consciousness.
what
Free
insect.
desire fundamentally means wanting or wishing. Free desire itself is not problematic, but society currently equates them with time, land, greediness,
Design
leading to the
instrument
perception as bad.
existing
In
in
reality,
circuits
time is simply a
determine the degree
desire.
of level
We
and
constantly desire something such as desiring the children to mature or desiring to understand the world. Even the Buddha possessed this nature, tantam, as simplified by the
art is
desire
a
to save all
pursuit of an
sentient beings and
internal
desire to
necessity
awaken
and
people to
was in
Buddhist
recognized
enlightenment.
consciousness.
Thought conception have three states: imagine, present; remembrance, past; forecasting, planning, future. A person who no longer has greed, desire, or thought conception, meaning they have no desire or wishes for the present or future and remember nothing of the past,
Imagination is less than
is no longer considered a human. Therefore, greed,
we no
desire, and thought
longer
conception are
need
the four
the
points of human nature. Greed, desire, and thought
mind
conception regarding wealth, health, and manifest in two ways: money, wealth, desire to earning money or gaining future access to earn money. Two, talent,
we no
ability,
longer
design to learn
consider a
various things to
human,
acquire
therefore good
talent. Greed,
desire
desire, and thought conception regarding beauty, form, and
Person long
goodness.
as desire meaning
Physical
they have
body and
control,
appearance
desire
form.
and respond present
greed, desire, and thought conception regarding
Physical
health,
body
outcome, and
focus,
human.
many others.
Therefore,
emphasizing
Being
self-care. A
well
person
desire to
focuses on the physical
advance or
nature,
body,
praise
pays
is
close attention
desire
to
and
health, avoiding anything
growth
harmful.
of balance,
In society, eating, sleeping
and
properly, they are
desire of
meticulous about their appearance, looking tidy and elegant. Magnolia,
learning
appearance form that
and ability, desire to learn
focus,
various
directing
things to
components
revise
toward
the
the
talent.
surrounding environment. A
body and
person
appearance
focuses on
of
something
the
cannot
body focus
tolerate
is
a
not
dirty house.
just
They demand appropriate attire, not just for themselves but for those around them.
Physical body
Fashion,
focus
saktung, they are disturbed and no
emphasizes
panic. And language, they insist on clear, accurate speech
body
and
that calls
grammar.
attention to
Work, they demand tidiness, greed, desire, and thought conception regarding
identify
characters, the
goals
desire
and
to be famous. And
value
conversely,
and
the
seeking
desire to be famous, a
development.
subtle orientation of the yang
Children
nature,
live in
dependent
tidiness
on time
and
and thought. Greed, desire, and thought conception regarding food eating includes the desire to eat delicious food. For some, how they
also
eat doesn't
focusing on
matter. They have
something
no
can
time and
alter
thought
the
regarding
maximum
the
dirty
but
house.
nature
They
remains, but
demand
the
appropriate
addition of time and thought
person,
determines
not
our
just
behavior
by
toward
themselves,
eating.
but for
Greed,
those
desire,
around
and
them.
thought
Fast conception,
conception
they are
regarding sleep,
justified
rest.
by
Some people cannot sleep while
instinctively
others sleep
language,
excessively and
insight, and
differently.
clear
In
respect and correct
combined with
grammar and
Sanctu,
work
they
of
might require a
determination.
beautiful place to sleep. Greed, desire, and thought
Desire
conception regarding any aspect will initiate the outer layers of the human structure in a specific direction, determine what is received, reception, how it process, action, internal process,
desire
and
and
what
thought
is
conception regarding sleep,
consciousness,
whereas
thought.
some people cannot
Conception
sleep,
drives
where
us.
others sleep
A single human
flexibly
intelligence
at
can be a
different
person
times.
thousands of
Maybe
miles away,
it by
able to
desire
influence
conception
others
based
in
on
societies
condition.
due to align
Greed,
with their
desire,
greed,
and thought
desire, and
concept
thought
regarding
conception. If we
any
want to
aspect
guide
of
our children toward comprehensive richness, we must make them desire. It.
internal
Otherwise, they will be driven toward negative directions. If we do not guide our children's
internal
greed, desire, and
processing
thought
and what
conception
concepts
light
like
path,
concept
they will be led
discuss
to the
single
toward the
human
dark
in
path.
intention can
The
develop a
amplitude of
person
human
of
nature is
mind way
because
being able to
the
influence
amplitude
all
of human nature is because the
in
structure of human nature is
society is a
encased by
different
yin
and
yang
aligning with
electromagnetism.
their
The
greed,
natures
desire, and thought
fluctuate, rise and
conceptions.
fall.
We want to guide
Only
our
they have an
children
amplitude of
toward
oscillation. The level
benefit
and
of
degree of the
achievement of
nature's greed, desire,
desire of
anger,
level
ignorance, delusion,
humanity
arrogance,
will
pride,
be
doubt,
guiding
evil, and enhanced
our
attachment
children
range from low to
to
high or from
not
negative yin
guide
to
to
yang.
our children the
From yin
present
to
desire
positive
of
yang. Greed,
possession
desire, the
to
low
provide,
negative
but
degree is
we will
greediness,
relate toward
characterized by
the
desire
path
only for oneself. The
in the
high
human
positive degree
nature.
is generosity, characterized by desire for others. For instance, desiring money only for oneself is
Yin
tertiary
and yang
greediness, but desire money for others is
Romantic
generosity.
nature
Greed
is
desire is simply a
present
desire that
only at
oscillates from
the
negative
pursuit of
to positive.
obtaining
Dying for oneself is negative
great
desire.
desire is
Greediness and desiring for others is positive desire. Generosity,
long-lasting
excessive
desires and
generosity is also not
steadiness,
beneficial.
moderate
One's desire
desire
should be
or
based on the four drivers of existence: individual, family, organization, and society.
desire
Design all
that
four
flex
simultaneously.
from negative
Anger, the
positive
low negative
desire
degree of some is
excel
wrath.
in the
Anger,
negative
the high
positive
positive
and
degree is
desire for
satisfaction.
others is a positive desire.
Ignorance, delusion, the low negative degree of
Self-generosity
C
is
is delusion.
also
The high
an
positive degree is
ambition.
clarity,
The
wisdom.
desire
Arrogance,
to
pride,
pass
the low
on
negative degree of
perform
is
little
inferiority. The high
responsibilities
positive degree is
to family
superiority.
and regional and society, desiring all
Self-confidence
for
stands in the middle. Patience, the low negative degree of B is
anger.
suspicion. The high
Negative
positive degree
desire
is
and
trustworthiness,
not anger with a
reliance.
high
Trust is in the
positive
middle, not as
is
high as trustworthiness.
illusion.
Evil, the low negative degree of F is cruelty. The high positive degree
Illusional
is kindness,
attitude is a
benevolence.
sin.
The human nature
Illusion
regarding
high
act
positive
oscillates
is
from kindness
separate
to
by wisdom.
cruelty. Enhance attachment, the
Abnormal
low
is the
negative
low
degree of
negative
E is
degree of
stubbornness.
magnificence.
X-view, the high positive degree is
Priority is a high
acceptance. When
positive
these
degree
nature
doesn't
complexly
realize
interact, they create
duty.
emotional
Have
levels and levels of human
confidence
nature.
stand in the
However,
middle.
all
Positive
originate from
low
greed, desire, and
negative
thought
degree is
conception. Greed, desire, and
ignorance,
conception are the focal
suspicious.
points that initiate
High
the
positive is
remaining natures: anger,
positive
ignorance,
and
delusion,
judges
arrogance,
in the
pride, doubt,
middle
evil, and
is a
inherent
high at the
attachment
top.
in a specific direction.
Worthiness.
If greed, desire, and
Therefore,
thought conception are satisfied, all remaining natures are pushed toward the positive direction. If they are not
the low
satisfied
negative
or cannot be
degree of
stopped, they
is
are pushed
in
toward
the
the
high
negative
positive
direction.
degree is a
Greed,
kindness.
desire, and thought conception regarding wealth, talent, beauty, form, fame,
As
creating and sweet rest, internal
associate
reception, action,
kindness.
internal processes, and consciousness. For example, if we desire aim for health and the physical body, reading a medical book will open the consciousness. The
Corresponding
reception will
desire
integrate the
conception
knowledge,
are
leading to a deeper
satisfied on
understanding
one
of health.
hand nature
We
for
desire and thought conception facilitate
positive
good
and
absorption of
receiving
knowledge.
positive
Without them,
is
absorption is poor. Action, internal
universal.
processing, and output. The natures have an amplitude of oscillation. Fundamentally, wealth, talent, beauty, form, pain, creating, sleep, rest, or reception, thought, conception, action,
Internal
internal
possession
processing,
and
consciousness
conscious
do not possess negative or positive
handle
electromagnetism. It is the addition of greed desire that
under
determines the yin yang
the
electromagnetism, initiating anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and adherence, attachment in a certain direction. Observation of society shows that most lower tier laborers often push wealth, talent, beauty, form, fame, food, eating, and sleep rest toward the negative direction because their
as
desires
a
are not met.
person internal
Successful people
possession
push these towards the positive direction. Intellectuals and those in research tend to push reception, thought, conception, action, internal processing, and consciousness toward the inner
it is
direction.
so that
Predominant
personality and
layer
level of
determines a
often
person's social
dislocated
standing. What is
from
the inner
by
being?
question
In
and
the human structure, the body is the
criticism
tangible physical factor. The
are
intangible factors within a person,
people
immaterial factors, including
these
the heart, mind,
tools
natures,
the
and emotion,
positive of
according to common
intellectual
terminology.
installs in showing
Constitute the inner being. The inner
reception.
being consists of the heart, mind, natures, and emotions. It includes the true nature within them, the 16 human natures, and the layer of motion. 4.1 Mastering the inner being. When a message is transmitted to us, it possesses it passes through the human body via the five senses: eye, nose, mouth, ear, feelings, then goes to the layer of emotion, the layer of nature, and finally reaches the heart mind. Aspects of the inner being when receiving a message. When the message touches the layer of emotion, we're using emotion to interact. When the message touches the layer of nature, we are using nature to analyze and
It's a
distinguish.
feeling and then
Message touches
life
the heart mind, we are using the heart mind to receive, accept. These three special states, using the heart mind to receive,
when the
using nature
message
to
touches the
analyze and
layer of
distinguish, or
emotion and
using
using
emotion to
emotions to
interact,
visualize
determine
it.
the degree of
The
mastering
message
the inner
touches the
being.
layer of
Example, using
nature
emotion to interact. If someone
analyze
praises your
and
beauty and you feel
distinct when
pleased
the
and happy,
message touches
you are using
health.
emotion to interact. Example, using nature to analyze and distinguish. If someone praises your beauty and
Receive
you admire,
said
in my case,
this is
tell me, using
laziness.
nature to analyze and
This
distinguish
person
why
not
they
to
are receive using
compliment
to
you.
to analyze
Example, using
and
the heart mind to receive. If someone praises your beauty and you simply acknowledge that they say you're beautiful, stopping there would for the thought or emotional rising, you're using heart mind to receive. The concept of mastering the inner being, mastering means taking initiative proactively and taking response. So mastering the inner being is proactively choosing and taking responsibility for the choices within the inner being to master external circumstances. Enlightened one need to be proactively and flexibly choose all these three states, using the heart mind to receive, using nature to analyze and distinguish, and using
being
emotion
is a
to interact to
action
suit
taking
different subjects and
responsibility for the
circumstances. It is
chosen
inappropriate to only use one
being
state.
to
For
master
instance, if a thief enters your home merely using a heart mind to receive without any
people need
action
to
is unsuitable. Similarly, if a loved one compliments you, only receiving the message without any
using the heart
reaction can
mind to
strain the
receive using
relationship.
nature to
In work or
analyze and
study, only using the heart
distinguish
mind to receive without analyzing or
to success in the
distinguishing right wrong
circumstances
will
of
not
the
bring
inner
progress. If
appropriate
adversity or
attitude.
criticism comes and only using
Only
emotion to
using one
react,
state
it
enter
easily
your
leads to
heart
negative
mind
feeling.
using the
The
heart
emptiness
to
nature of the inner being, the state of the emptiness nature of the
Usually
inner
it
being is
develops
achieved when one uses the true nature within oneself to receive a message without the nature or emotion layers interfering or sticking to the message. The intention to
user
hear
the
yin
heart
yang or the intention to see yin tai gets attached to the layer of nature
distinguishing
and the
right and
layer,
wrong
the layer
before
emotion to receive a message. If the dust
necessity
represent
of
the layers of nature and the perfume circulates
one
too
use
much
emotion to
sunlight, the true perception is hindered. When
in
hearing is attached to the layer of nature and emotion, is no longer the true hearing. Similarly, when seeing is attached to the layers of nature and emotion, is no longer the true seeing. True seeing and true hearing mean that when a message arrives, the intention only knows that is seeing or hearing without the human nature emotion layers being actively true. Hearing and true seeing is a state of the emptiness nature of the inner being. Example, when someone calls you crazy and you only recognize that without initiating any emotion or analysis, that is true hearing and achieving the emptiness nature of the inner being. In that moment, the word crazy has no meaning. It's just a measure. The heart mind is not disturbed or attached to the nature and emotion. The emptiness nature of the inner being
emptiness
is different
nature of
from
the
apathy. An
inner
apathetic
being is
person
simple
uses their
as
thought
only
conception to focus
and
elsewhere.
only
Hearing without hearing without true hearing, seeing without true seeing, making them indifferent to the
emptiness
surroundings.
nature of
The
the inner being
emptiness
is
nature of
different
the inner
from
being
the
is when one uses the
apathy
true nature, and thus the thought conception naturally stops. It means knowing what is happening and knowing it exists, but no thought conception arises. Using the true nature to receive the message, when a message is transmitted and a person hears only the hearing and only seeing, and nature is nothing, and is not attached to the nature emotion layers, using only the
true nature and the
true nature to receive the message. They achieve the state of the emptiness nature of the inner being. The emptiness nature of the inner being is formless and intentional. It can only be seen or not received. It cannot be
using the true
understood. It is a
nature
state
to
that one knows for
receive the
himself.
message.
God or co, only the self knows. When the
When
emptiness nature is obscured, the mind and the environment are separated. Using the true nature to receive the message leads to peace and joy and lightness. Application of the emptiness nature of the inner being. When a problem arises, initiating the emptiness nature causes the problem to dissolve and one attain peace and joy. When people cling to the layers of nature and emotion, the mind is easily disturbed. Initiating emptiness nature is better when facing issues, otherwise, attachment leads to anger and ignorance delusion. This state helps one deal with problems more clearly. To initiate the emptiness nature, one can apply the Buddhist method of one word then. Buông, let go, dừng thôi, stop. Thôi, cease, dứt im, to separate the mind from the environment. Total karma. Total karma is the sum total of all thoughts and actions across countless lifetimes. In other words, total karma is the accumulation of what has been heard, seen, said, and known across countless lifetimes. Storing the Tạng thức, store has consciousness or subconsciousness potential essential consciousness.
The
Total
time
karma
span
consists of
Total
knowledge karma,
consists
connection
of
karma, and result karma.
Potential
Knowledge karma,
system
the
and
total knowledge, understanding, and
experience.
awareness
karma,
accumulated through hearing,
Total
seeing, saying, and
insight
knowing across
and
countless
knowledge
lifetimes.
karma, total karma, understand and
Action
awareness
karma, the total relationship between people
hearing, seeing,
across
saying,
countless
knowing across
lifetimes.
countless
This
lifetime.
determines the
Connection karma, the
relationship
total
we encountered
relationship
in this
between
life, whom we met, which family we
people
were born
across
into,
countless
whom we marry,
lifetimes.
and
The
familial
merit and family
hierarchy
and
and closeness.
closeness.
Result karma,
Result
the
karma.
total result achievements people
when
have
the human
experienced
being
across countless
on the
lifetimes.
platform
This includes life achievements such as
experience
the number, houses, amount, money, career, success, etc. Human are born with existing Torah karma, which explains why
achievement
one
just
is born into a specific family. Torah karma has followed us for countless lifetimes. What we
it assist
heard, seen,
Omar
said, and
and
known in the
anyone that
past,
you
absorbed through the layers of nature and
family
emotion, forms the knowledge, connection, and result
what we
karma
have
stored in the
seen and
subconsciousness
know in
within the
the
human
past
structure.
will
Example of
relate the
knowledge karma. Knowledge
essence of the
absorbed
knowledge in
during learning is stored in the mind, and although
from
we
the
might think we forget it, it appears when needed. Example of result
common
karma.
knowledge about
Possessing a health
who
car,
learn
dream
how
job
to
now are example of what we
those
possess. In
that
addition to the total karma, there's vibhic nghiệp,
from
small
the
distinct karma. Vibhic nghiệp refers to the specific karma expressed on the body. Such modes are birth not unique to each person. Vibhic nghiệp belongs to the result karma. Total karma brings a sense
person
and dictates when and what will happen and when we will meet. As total karma is what we have cultivated across the countless lifetimes. Therefore, we should receive, accept anything that happens in life rather than complaining. Understanding total karma is not about
cultivate
resignation,
our countless
about understanding its operating
is
principles so that we can
that
activate the
as
knowledge,
the
connection, and
appearance
result karma
are
in a
that
way that benefits us. This
contain
requires
This
understanding how
requires
the electromagnetic
understanding how the
vibration state of the inner being influences
vibrations
the
of
internal
electromagnetic
energy
waves in a
vibration
way that is
frequency.
benefited.
frequency.
The
No understanding of
electromagnetic
Electromagnetic
vibration state of the inner
vibrations
being
state of the
oscillates
being
between negative,
oscillates
positive, and
between
balance.
negative,
These
positive, and
energy
to low, high,
vibration
and
in
super
the
high
low,
energy
high, low,
vibration
high, and
frequencies,
in a
respectively.
spectrum of
Inner
negative
awareness determines the
Yes,
electromagnetic
determines the
vibration state of the inner
low
being.
electromagnetic
and
The
vibration
electromagnetic vibration
energy
state of the inner being
vibration
determines the
vibration
energy vibration frequency, and the energy vibration frequency
when
determines our view of human life, worldview, and cosmic view. For example, when the inner awareness regarding a harmonious marriage is
human
positive,
work
the
and
electromagnetic vibration
possible
state of the inner
with
being
the internal
mentally help
awareness
one's
and
child
harmonious
is loving and
marriage.
joyful. This is a
The
positive vibration
electric
that emits a
vibration of
high
the inner
energy vibration
being
frequency,
allows
leading to a
joyful
harmonious
and supportive
marriage.
vibration that
Similarly, this
emit a
applies
high
to
energy
health, finances,
frequency
and our
leading
inner
to the
being. A
harmonious
low
marriage.
vibration
Similarly,
frequency result in negative
our
hearing,
finances
seeing,
are
saying, and
always
knowing. A
benefited.
high
Although
energy
energy
vibration frequency
vibration
result in
frequency
positive hearing,
results in
seeing,
negative
saying, and
hearing
knowing. A
and
super high
saying and
energy
knowing a
vibration
high energy
frequency,
vibration
meaning a balanced electromagnetic
frequency
vibration
vibration
state of the inner
saying and
frequency
being
knowing
is
a
when
super
one
high
hears only the
energy
hearers,
vibration
hearing and
within
sees
the
only the
balance
seeing. Take
electromagnetic
three forms of
vibrations
merit.
in the being
Form
is
of merit.
one
Virtue
pure
merit on the block
guarantee
of
the
merit,
saying the
blessing and sin. The merit blocks reside
virtue
with the
merit.
shell of the
The
true
vehicle
nature.
of
The
virtue
blessing and
the
sin blocks
outmark
reside
of
within the shell of the human
nature
natures.
of Christ in Christ.
is
Sin,
also
also known
known
as a
as a
block of
block of
negative
negative
electromagnetism,
But
accumulated by causing suffer to others. The presence
causes
of
of
negative
harm to others.
electromagnetism often
stimulates
leads to
Presence of
undesired things in
negative
life. For example, if thinking
electromagnetism
about marriage
often
causes discomfort or
that
unhappiness, it
electromagnetic
indicates a high
components
accumulation of
of
negative electromagnetism in the
current
aspects of
or
life.
electric
Blessing, also known as a
is
block of
also known
positive
as a block of
electromagnetism,
positive
accumulated by bringing joy, happiness to others. The presence of
not a
positive
lot of positive
electromagnetism leads
presence of
to
positive
desired outcomes
electromagnetism
in
leads
life
to
or
the
work. More for
desired
families
outcomes
mean
in
helping
life.
improve their lives through
This
that
means
joy.
help
Mirror, also known
improve
as
the
a block
life
of
through our choice.
electromagnetism of
It
light,
also
accumulated by
is a block of
elevating
electromagnetism
the
of
level of
light
inner awareness or raising the wisdom
elevating
intellect
the
level. Level three, in other words, it helps us
of
others
intellect
realize the
level.
true nature within
In the
themselves. From a
other words,
Buddhist
help to
perspective, a person
recognize
is
the
merit when they help
nature
others
within
achieve
themselves.
enlightenment or
A
liberation.
Buddhist
Merit is like a mountain of
perspective,
gold, but that
person
is
is
difficult to burn but easy to take. Blessing is like a mountain of money that can be burned by a single
Merit
night
was meant
because
to
that
go
affecting blessing, complaining,
that
resentment and blaming dissipates the flow of positive electromagnetism because its nature is negative
experience in an
electromagnetism.
element that
Women lose blessing
Phần
easily
lầu
through
surprise
conversion because the female
thường
body inherently carries higher
the female body
electromagnetism.
enhances
Produces blessing through complaining because the male carries higher positive
the male
adjustment
body
yang and too much yang due to yin.
too
Simply
much
dissipating the blessing, arrogance,
and
pride may lose blessing easily through arrogance, pride, high yin, positive electromagnetism. Women also quickly lose blessing by being arrogant and believing that they can do anything themselves, enter an ignorance delusion. Sexual misconduct, the degree of loss blessing varies according to social prejudice. Factor that affects marriage. Hence, attachment summary. We have eliminated the lack of the inner state. A person rich in the inner state is someone who has appreciation in the two. Appreciation in the emotion layer, tolerance, forgiveness in the nature layer, and peace and joy in the heart mind layer. A person rich in the inner state maintains a balanced and positive orientation in the electromagnetic vibration state of the inner being, activating the pharmacies in the subconscious toward positive outcomes. Peace and joy activate knowledge karma, tolerance, forgiveness activate connection karma, appreciation and gratitude activate resolve karma. I finished my lab. I finished.
Appreciation results karma. Yes, oh yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Very much.
30 phút, 30 phút đúng rồi, 30 phút 20 giây.
30 phút 20 giây.
Ok, 1, 2, 3 mình ô về cái kết thúc nha.
Nha.
Giơ tay lên. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chúc
Trời
Hình.
ơi, giỏi
Dạ,
quá.
biết ơn cả nhà.
Thank you.
Chụp một
Yeah.
tấm